Hi guys, I'm Alyssa Van Lannen. I'm here in Austin, Texas to catch up with Bradley Williams for the next episode of Now You Know. Let's go. We have seen your face before. You've been on tour, proven that you can hang with the best of the best. We had T. Shuffman on Twitter ask, why aren't you on tour full time?
I'm not on tour full time this season due to a shoulder injury. I'm not really supposed to be playing disc golf because it irritates the inflammation around the joints, and that's kind of why you don't see me out there right now.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about when you were touring a little bit more often. How about your win at Maple Hill? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
In 2016, I won a national tour event, which is my first accredited win on a national tour scene, obviously. First disc golf pro tour event, and that season I had put a lot of effort into practicing regiment and kind of like a mental meditation practice. So I was able to find a flow state during the round at Maple Hill, which allowed me to execute the difficult shots out there, and that attributed to consistent play, which ultimately gave me an advantage, I guess, over a majority of the field. And it was just a pretty good experience, as the course is one of my favorite tour stops, and it's a beautiful place to play.
Mm-hmm. So would you say that it was mostly the mental state that you were in versus your actual physical execution?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was actually one of the questions, was about you being known for super smooth form. Is that something that was intentionally designed in your play, or is that something that just over the years of practice and trying to perfect your technique that's happened?
So there's a little bit of style in my throw that may come off as being smooth. And other sports and activities that I've participated in throughout my life, I've always seemed to, once I've seen myself on camera, I always have a little flair that I throw in there without thinking. So some of that may translate into disc golf, but the smoothness mainly comes down to being not very coordinated. I don't have exceptional eye-hand coordination, or I'm not very coordinated with my feet. So I have to focus a lot harder to maintain balance throughout my throw. And I think that is why I look smoother, maybe, is because I'm extra focused on it, sort of thing.
Interesting. So to go straight into our other questions, I want to keep this short with you. A lot of the questions that we got were kind of controversial and talking about your reputation as
the cactus.
Hard one, and I know that you've kind of embraced that term, the Texas cactus. Do you think that all PR is good PR? Do you like that reputation? Do you want to clear any of that up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it, honestly. It doesn't matter to me too much. I mean, obviously it shuts some doors down, and I'm not going to have a big fan following because of it. And I mean, I don't know if I need to explain why that is, or
Do you think it's deserving?
For sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would say, I don't know percentage-wise, but some of it's definitely not deserving. But a lot of it is my own fault, and it's mostly due to a social anxiety. When I'm around people or I'm uncomfortable, I tend not to want to communicate with people. And then because I'm focusing so hard to throw, which throwing's pretty hard for me, I don't know why, but it is, I'm just really kind of irritated when I'm on the course. And that, with social anxiety, can lead for me looking grumpy, which already puts people on guard. They're sending red flags hey, this guy doesn't look normal. What's wrong with him? And then they may in turn accidentally be short with me, which I will instantly snap back because I'm aggressive, as I'm aggressive anyway. So it just sort of snowballs into something maybe that I don't deserve, but also that I'm aware of, and I also bring on to myself because I don't actively fight against it. I mean, at this point now, it's I've been playing disc golf for 11 years, and I'm known around the community as a prickly person, someone who doesn't like to talk or interact socially as much as other players do. So I'm just, leave him alone. You never know what he's going to say. And that's just something I have to deal with. I accept it. It's a joke now, sort of.
Is it something that you work on, or?
I like to have fire. I like to feel the fire in me when I'm playing. And I can't play like that anymore because I don't know when I'm going to explode. So it's kind of frustrating now. So I am actively being more chill, but it's also affecting my play because I've always tried to be fired up.
And what about that flow state that you were talking about at Maple Hill?
Right. So the flow state is a lot of athletes are aware of it. It's where you are just in the moment and time just seems to, you don't are not aware of it, just flies by in a way, and you're able to like just meditate in a way when you're playing.
So did you have that fire in that moment, or is that two separate?
It's two separate energies. When you're in a flow state, it's very calm and relaxing, where fire is more jarring and more negative energy, I would say, probably. And I've been used to funneling like more of a negative energy to power my focus, where the flow state is something where you're way more chill and calm. And that's sort of something that you pursue throughout your life, not just on the weekends. And that's hard to do sometimes, because to keep it channeled, you kind of have to be that person. You kind of have to be a positive, not negative free individual to get into that flow state more often, which I struggle with, for various reasons.
It's interesting. I think a lot of people love to hear about that, and how being that prickly in quotes person has actually helped you succeed in some ways, but you found a different way to channel a different energy to also succeed.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, thank you for watching, guys. I'm Bradley Williams. Now you know.